My baloney has a first name, it's O-S-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name, it's M-E-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day, and if you ask me why, I'll say, 'cause Oscar Mayer has a way with B-O-L-O-G-N-A. Hello, YouTube. It's Sam. It is Saturday, April 23rd, 2011, which means, I think 8. Let's check.
September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April.
It means 8 months on testosterone. 8 months. So that's weird. So I am making my 8 months on T video outside, where I keep feeling like I'm going to get distracted. Yeah, so it's April. There are flowers on our cherry tree. See, blossoms, and blossoms on the apple tree, and it's very exciting. Yeah, I have a huge presentation for school. Giving my thesis proposal presentation on Tuesday, and then after that I'll be pretty set for wrapping up the semester. So one final giganto scary push is pretty much where I'm at right now. So taking a break to make this video. So on with the list. Acclimating to my newly perceived masculinity. This is something that I wanted to talk about last time and ran out of time. But basically, I have a goal for myself for my 28th year. I'm 28. I turned 28 in February. And my friend asked me, what are your goals for the year? And I decided, and it kind of came to me, one of them is acclimating to my newly perceived masculinity, with grace, with humor, with fun, you know, like taking on this challenge of this stage of my life and my transition, to just be mindful of it and try to take it with ease, even though there's a lot of weird things going on and weird things yet to come. By weird, I mean challenges. There's challenges that have happened, and there's challenges that will happen. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I don't think I've been mammed in a while. I also don't really think I'm being sirred all that much. So I might be in like hyper-androgynous mode right now. I'm not sure. So I used the women's bathroom at school one day. I go back and forth between the gender-neutral bathroom and the women's bathroom. And I used the women's bathroom one day because it was near the bus stop, and I was just leaving, and I was like, I need to go. So I went, and it wasn't a big deal. I didn't really look at anyone. I don't think anyone really looked at me. And then I left, and I went out towards the bus, and I was stopped by a canvassing person with a clipboard with a California t-shirt on, that said, "Excuse me, sir, do you have time for the environment?" And I was just like, so I just used the women's bathroom, and it was kind of okay, and now I got served by this guy, and I don't even know how people perceive me anymore. I don't know. And it makes me think of this cartoon. I'll find a picture of it, and I'll put it in here. This is a Gary Larson cartoon, and it's two people driving along, and they're lost, and they pass a sign that says, "Entering the Middle." And the woman has a map of nowhere, and she's looking at it, and she says, well, this has just gone from bad to worse. So I really feel like this is representative of how I am with my perceived gender at the moment. I'm entering the middle of nowhere. I don't really know what people think, but that's okay, because I'm feeling really good with this whole testosterone thing. I was going to say transition thing. I'm still like, it's kind of funny for me to say transition when referring to my process, because transition for me kind of implies going from one to the other. And I'm not really going from one to the other. I'm just kind of changing. So anyway, Yeah. So, what else? My parents are consistently saying Sam and he pretty regularly. My mom slips up a lot, but that's okay. And my dad has taken to correcting her. And I know this because we all talk on the phone all together all the time, so I hear it. And my mom talked to my aunt about top surgery. And my mom's usual job is outing me to my family, and that's fine. Um, I don't care. I don't talk to them. She does. Fine. So, she was talking to my aunt about top surgery, and my aunt said, and she had already told her about testosterone, and my aunt said, oh, so I'm going to have two nephews now. And my mom was like, yeah, kind of. Um, and I just thought it was really interesting that she had told her previously about the testosterone, but it was the top surgery that really, like, took it home for my aunt. And I was talking to a couple people about this, and I think it's because the whole chopping off the breasts thing is just so, like, not female. Like a strong action, and it's done, you know? Whereas testosterone is kind of invisible for a while and kind of slow, and so maybe that's why. But that was interesting. And my aunt wrote me this really long letter that I realized was more for her process than for mine, but basically saying, you know, we love you regardless, and we want you to be happy and healthy. And so it was wonderful. Totally unnecessary for me, but really lovely that she wanted to do that. So that's cool. Family doing well. So I went to go get a haircut. I've been having my friends cut my hair for a while, and I needed like a professional haircut. So I went and hadn't seen the person who's cut my hair for a long time, hadn't seen her in a while, and she thought that I had a cold because of my voice. And I was kind of getting over getting sick, so I didn't actually realize that that's what she was referring to. So I didn't like correct her or anything. And then also she went with the buzzy thing and cut off my sideburns, but they have grown back. I think you can see, well, right here, here, and over here. And there's like a bald patch and then sideburn, and the same on this side. Bald patch, sideburn. So, whatever. That's going well. I'm realizing that I might have to start shaving more than once a week, because the hair on my face is growing in faster. I like literally just shaved like 20 minutes ago, so it's nice and smooth right now. What else? Oh, I'm really enjoying my squeaks. My voice is settling into itself. It's certainly not finished changing, and I still really enjoy having, quote, female inflection in my voice and my tone. So frequently that means that I'm going to squeak, and I actually am embracing the squeak, and I like it. My brother really wants me to sing that Brady Bunch song. It's time to change, time to rearrange, something like that. And so Peter's voice cracks, and so he's like, it's time to change. So maybe I'll do that if I have time to put that into this video.
Autumn turns to winter, and then winter turns to spring. It's not just the season, you know it goes for everything. It's even true for voices when boys begin to grow. You gotta take the lesson from Mother Nature, and if you do, you'll know. When it's time to change, then it's time to change. Don't fight the tide, come along for the ride, don't you see? When it's time to change, you've got to rearrange who you are and what you're gonna be. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na.
I'm definitely getting, like, breaking out more again, and you totally can't tell in this light, which is quite lovely. But I'm breaking out again, especially on my chest and my back, which is really unpleasant. And I feel like as the summer starts warming up, you know, It's probably going to get grosser because of binding and sweating and all of that. So, not excited about that, but it's under control at the moment. It's just getting more so at the moment. Oh, okay, here's something. So, I'm not really thinking about the genderqueer stuff right now. And what made me aware of this is I go to this trans group, and one person at the trans group mentioned that there's a genderqueer group that I should go to. And at first I was like, oh yeah, I should totally check that out. And then I was like, actually, I'm not really interested in talking about genderqueer stuff right now. Like I said, back a couple months on T when I was explaining why I'm only making the monthly videos right now, I feel like I really cracked my gender code, or at least my genderqueer code, like back a little while ago. So I don't really feel the need to talk about it so much right now, or grapple with it in certain ways that I used to really need to do. And more so, I'm talking more about the trans stuff, and definitely not as someone who feels male, because I don't feel male, I still feel genderqueer, but as someone who, like I said at the beginning, is acclimating to perceived masculinity, and also jumping through transition hoops and in need of support for those, and guidance and advice and all of that stuff. Like how to shave, or how I change my name and gender. Still confused a little bit, / waiting until after surgery. Various things that I need support for now. And those things don't really have to do with being genderqueer anymore. And that was a pretty big realization, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just where I'm at with my process. So I really feel like I have a foot in both camps, in the genderqueer world and the trans world, but for me, and I know that they both are interlocked in many ways, trans umbrella, genderqueer under there, but for me right now, I'm more focusing on the trans part of it. So yeah, I guess that's all. What else is new? I don't know. I haven't been thinking deeply about transition stuff. I've been really wrapped up with school, so I'm excited to finish the semester. I have a really exciting summer planned, and I have super big news that Genderbusters got into the Frameline Film Festival, which is the International LGBT San Francisco Film Festival, which is the oldest and most big, giganto queer film festival in the world. So I'm really excited. Both Genderbusters and the animation that I made about perception, it's like this black and white thing with overlays of testosterone scans and things like that. Anyway, both of them got into Frameline, so I'm really excited. And if anyone is... Oh my god, that's a huge beep. If anyone... If anyone is... If anyone is in San Francisco at the end of June, it's right around Pride, you should come check out Genderbusters and Frameline. It's playing twice, and when I know the details, I will post them. So, okay, I hope that everyone is doing awesome and enjoying the end of their April, which I guess means almost summer. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.